Whoa, what's going on, man? This is Culture Connected TV. I am your host tonight. Yes, it's a special time, man. Hey, I'm feeling the vibes. Y'all feeling the vibes? Come on. Hey, like, share, comment. Hey, get in tune with what we got going on tonight. It is Power to Get Wealth. We're going to have a great time. Hey, I'm vibing, y'all. What's up? Yeah. Hey, Power to Get Wealth. It's your boy, TJ. Let's get it.
Hey guys, Happy New Year. We are in 2024. I don't know how that happened because it seems like just yesterday we were kicking off Culturally Connected, but fast forward a whole year, we had an amazing 2023. But guess what? 2024 is about to be all the better. As you guys can see here, we are super happy today to be introducing our new show, to Culturally Connected. The Power to Get Wealth show, guys. The Power to Get Wealth. Now, we're going to give people a little bit more time to get in, but as people are coming in, y'all see our surroundings, you see what's here, and y'all see to my immediate left, I got another co-pilot. I got the
Wow.
original. I got the original. Usually when y'all see me on screen with, Culturally Connected, you usually see me with T Vocals over there. But today he is being our DJ. Shouts out to our DJ and our producer in the back, T Vocals, the host holding it down. But y'all, I have the esteemed pleasure of sitting beside Pastor Tommy Nard Sr.
Absolutely, that's me.
But guess what, y'all? You're going to get him in a different way today, right? Today, you're going to get him still dropping knowledge from the biblical perspective, but he is going to be talking about something that is so very important, especially important to the black folk. And I probably shouldn't say that. That's probably wrong. I'm sorry, y'all see he started laughing. Because it's not just about us, but
No,
it's not just about us. However, in doing a little research, getting prepared for this show, I found out that only 6% of black households make more than $100,000
Wow.
a year.
Wow.
That was mind blowing to me.
Yes, it is.
6% in the country. So when you and we're going I'm getting a little ahead of myself because we're going to identify what's wealth and what's being rich, and we're going to identify that according to the Bible as well. But y'all, you are in for a treat. If you want to be an entrepreneur, if you're not an entrepreneur, you work on somebody's job, but you still want to be wealthy and you want to leave a legacy to you and your family, I advise you to make sure you stick and stay and make sure you be a part of this show, because Pastor Nard is going to be dropping jewels. I am going to be dropping jewels. We're going to have different people on. We have an amazing guest today who, guess what? He was able to obtain wealth and able to increase his income and change the trajectory of his family by listening to Pastor Nard. So, y'all, we had to make sure that everybody has that opportunity. So there came today's show. So, Pastor Nard, talk to us.
Yes.
Talk to us. Introduce yourself.
Wow.
I talk too much, so you're going to have to just jump in there on me.
Listen. This is an exciting moment for me. The power to get wealth is about 20 years old.
Wow.
26 years old. The power to get wealth is a part of our Sunday confession every Sunday for the last 26 years.
Wow.
We have been confessing, for it is God that giveth thee power to get wealth, Deuteronomy 8 and 18. So now it has come full circle.
Wow.
And this is God's timing, and really it's been on my heart for several years to basically produce something like this, because now I have the experience to talk about how to obtain wealth and how to achieve it. And so the power to get wealth is just really part of my life.
And not just the power to get it, but the power to keep it.
The power to keep it.
Like you
Amen.
said, this is a 26-year vision.
Sure.
You know, and what I also like about this, and we're going to keep the party rolling because I see our producer over there looking at us, but we're going to keep the party rolling because we're going to invite our guest up. But before we invite our guest up, I want to talk to you a little bit
Sure.
about wealth real quick.
Sure.
So the power to get wealth, you said that this has been a vision of yours for 26 years. What is wealth to you?
Wealth to me is a sense of prosperity and spiritual well-being.
Okay.
Okay, that's wealth to me. It's basically overall abundance, and that's why God said that it is God that giveth thee power to get wealth, and no one is limited to that.
Right.
That's for everybody.
Everybody.
Okay, so having a spiritual well-being, basically understanding finances and how to use finances to your advantage, is wealth to me.
Okay. So is being wealthy and being rich the same things? When Tommy sent me the name of this show, I just had all different kinds of questions going through my head,
Right.
questions that I've wanted to ask, right? So a lot of people don't know, but is being rich and being wealthy, are those the same thing?
No, they are not the same thing. Even though the Bible sometimes would just somewhat interchange those words, because in a sense, but being rich is basically saying I have a lot of money.
Okay.
I have a lot of money. I have a lot of just possessions, and I have a lot of access, accesses, and all of that. That's being rich, which is different from being wealthy.
Right.
Wealthy is your spiritual being. I mean, your spiritual well-being, and a lot of us are not on the same level. We don't have the same income, but we can all be wealthy.
So would it be safe to say, and before I go any further, I have to make this disclaimer, y'all. We
Sure.
are not CPAs.
No,
we are not investors. We
No.
are not financial anybody.
Advisors.
We
No.
are people from Cedar Grove, from the hood, who trust God, and He gave
Right.
us a good life.
And these principles are working in our lives.
So,
and so yeah.
exactly. So would it be safe to say that, because this is how it is in my mind. In
Sure.
my mind, rich is of the world. In my mind, because, more money, more problems, and to me, like when you just are rich and you have money, it seems like more money, more problems. The more you have, it's just going, it's like putting money or putting something in a bottomless tub. But the wealth aspect of it, when you have wealth, when I think wealth, I think of reciprocity. I think of peace. I think,
Sure.
like you said, the
Sure.
complete being. So would it be safe to kind of say world versus spiritual when it comes to wealth and being rich?
Well, that you have to be careful with the word rich, because the Bible says, for the love of money is the root of all evil.
Right.
And so it's nothing wrong with having money, but there is something wrong with loving money.
Right.
Because loving money eventually will make you evil. Okay, so it's nothing wrong with having money. You just need to make sure that money does not rule you, and that you're able to rule money.
Right.
Because in your life.
All right. So give us real quick before we bring our guest up. Tell me your journey to wealth, because I'm still on my journey. My coins are they're
Wow.
on their way, right?
Wow.
So what made you say I'm going to focus on wealth? I'm going to focus on, because another thing that I think about when I think about wealth, I think about leaving my children and my grandchildren things.
Yes.
And that's one of the things that I absolutely adore about you and your family. You putting everybody on.
Right.
Everybody
Right.
gonna have something on,
Something.
and so when you not here, your legacy is going to be, behind. But what made you just wake up one day as a young man, graduating? Like, what made you say, I want to be on this wealth journey?
Well, I wanted to leave my children more than just, well, let me say this. My grandfather, when he passed, he left me a swing set and a little of nothing hardly at all. And I thought to myself, you know, that would be the thing that I should not do. I should be able to do better than what my grandfather did for me. Okay. And so when I transition to heaven, I want to make sure I leave my kids, my wife, and my family financially sustained.
Right.
Okay. Because the Bible tells us that we should leave something for our children. And it's important to me that my family is at a financial place in their lives, that when I go to heaven, they are in the hearse rocking it, you know, and not in the hearse saying, okay, how are we going to pay for this? How are we going to pay for this? Mom, I have to downsize. I don't want my wife to ever have to think about downsizing because I'm the breadwinner. You know, it starts with me. The vision starts with me. And then when I looked at over the years, the things I've done to get to this place, it's been a journey.
Right.
It just didn't happen overnight.
Right.
So wealth is very important to me because I think that every father should have that mindset.
So happy you said that because, Pastor, I told you, I'm going to keep it a little too real.
Keep it
But
real.
I'm happy you said that because if I can be quite frank, most fathers nowadays don't have that mindset. A lot of young fathers nowadays don't have that mindset, which is another reason why I'm so excited to sit down with you, because I see fathers that you sow into, fathers that you mentor, who may not have had their own fathers, some who have their own fathers, but how do we, because I am of the opinion that the reason why only 6% of black families have $100,000 or make $100,000 annually is because fathers aren't fathering.
Wow.
And I know that might seem extremely,
No, it's not.
horrible, and I'm not trying to put the plight of the whole black family on black men.
Right.
But
Right.
correct me if I'm wrong. I know it's not a correct me if I'm wrong, but do you think that plays a part?
Yes, it does. Fathers are missing in action, MIA, many of them. They are either incarcerated or they dead, they died early, or whatever the case might be. I think that when I look back at my situation, my father did not pour into me as a father should pour into their child. My stepdad basically raised me, and he was not a good father. He just did not pour into my life like that.
Right.
So I looked at my father, my stepfather, and I said, I don't want to ever be like that. So what can I do to change this so I can make sure that the next generation following me will have something they can look back and say, hey, I got a hand up, not a debt down.
Right.
Because many times families are left with debt, and so they need a hand up. So I just want to make sure, because it would be an indictment for me to leave my kids and my family at a place that they have to struggle when I go to heaven.
Right. And I think it's very, very commendable that you took the time to see what other fathers, what your stepfather and what your dad, what they didn't do or what they did do, and you took, look, I'm gonna look and see what they did or didn't do, and I'm not going to do that.
Right.
Because so often men use that excuse, oh, well, I ain't had no daddy, nobody was there and nobody taught me, which is perfect segue to bringing our guest of the hour up, because you kind of, like you said, pulled this young man up, and it was a hand. It was not a hand out. It was a help up.
A help up.
And what I'm seeing on this new journey of my life is so many people could be so much further in life if they simply had some help. And
Absolutely.
I realize that I'm at the place that I am in my life because my mom and my sisters, my dad, like, I have help. You can't tell me I can't do whatever I want to do because I know I got the help behind it.
Sure.
So that help to get to wealth. And I think conversations with you and interactions with you and being under your mentorship definitely shifted this young man's mind.
Absolutely.
And if he continues on the route that he
Oh my
is,
God. Oh my
I
God.
just see this. Now I can't even wait.
Incredible.
I got some questions I'm ready to ask him. But without further ado, we're gonna go. Are you ready to go ahead and bring our host, our special guest up for that? I think we gotta
I think something.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead, guys. We are about to bring our guest up of the hour. If you don't know who he is, if you did not see our flower, it is none other than amazing Mike Wilson, guys, the owner of Hood Bachi Taco. If you don't know who Hood Bachi Taco is, I need you right now to go to Facebook, go to Instagram, go right now, type in Hood Bachi. You're going to see who he is. While you're there, follow them. Then I need for you to go follow The Culturally Connected. Then I need you to follow Family Life Church, okay? Go do that right now.
I think we have
A video.
video or break or something that's coming up before
Yes,
Mike
sir.
comes, and
So, guys,
I just can't wait.
Yeah,
It's gonna be awesome.
So stick and stay. Tap in and check out this video real quick. When we come back, you're going to see the owner of Hibachi Taco, Mr. Mike Wilson. Talk to my girl, Taylor Swift.
Man,
She
listen.
started the year with one
How
NFL
about
player.
them?
She started the year with one NFL player and ending the year with another NFL player. But y'all be hollering. Y'all be talking out in North about my
Kelsey,
girl.
that thing. Come on, Travis.
Understand?
He kind of fell off a little bit, though. He ain't-
But you know how that new love be having your nose
but
wide
not
open.
during football season, though. That's the trick of the enemy.
Well,
A surprise unto you, and it's nothing but the favor of God. Hallelujah. So you ought to tell folks, you ought to start calling your haters, you ought to go and post it right now. If you mad at me, you might as well just get ready to be madder.
For all your flooring needs in Louisiana, text flooring to 318-589-1864.
Go ahead.
Alright, let me see.
Oh, what they hitting for?
Oh,
How they taste?
that tastes so good. Look at this shrimp.
What you had? He had some nachos and tacos.
I'm looking over there at somebody else's face.
You finna get some off her?
And it's their birthday, you heard me?
Yeah, we from Baton Rouge.
Y'all from Baton Rouge? And how y'all found us?
TikTok.
TikTok, baby. Yes, ma'am. Welcome to Hibachi, you heard me? Y'all pull up. 1704 Kings Highway. We here, baby. Y'all pull up. I got a big homie in here. Had to get him right. He said it's Prussia. Prussia. Big Prussia. Got Jonathan in the back. Strong Ella Hoop. You hear me?
For my staff, I thank you for their families, I thank you for our purposes. I thank you for everything you're doing, not only just for about the taco, but for us individually. I thank you for the marks we're leaving on individual souls that come through this door. I thank you for making this bigger than what we can even understand. And I pray that we have an awesome day, an awesome weekend. I pray we'll exceed our goals. I pray that you come in, any confusion, you fix it head on. Because you is the master and you is the king and we love you. In your son Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen.
all right, y'all. So I hope you enjoyed that video just to give you a little bit about our special guest of today. We got Mike on the couch. We about to talk about wealth. We about to talk about God. But more than anything, we about to talk about these hibachi tacos. Pastor, do you mind if I ask a question? I got to ask this question. First of all, how you doing today, Mike?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm awesome. Thank you very much for coming and talking to us. I appreciate you. But I got to ask this question. You ready for my question?
Yes, ma'am.
What you think I'm about to ask you first? I want to know what you think I'm about to ask you.
Surprise me.
Yeah, surprising.
Where did the name Hibachi come from?
I was literally just playing. Like when I came up with the name, I'm from the hood. So everything I do it hood.
What hood you from? Shout out your hood.
I ain't from no hood. Not in Shreveport.
Okay.
I ain't gonna even say it. I am, but I'm not gonna even say it. But look though, I literally
You from all of them?
yeah, everywhere.
All of them.
I literally was just playing. Like it wasn't intended on being nothing major. I was broke. I ain't had no money.
Wow,
You know what
bro.
I'm saying? I was
Wow.
broke. I was trying to pay for a hotel room. You know, being honest, I was
Wow.
trying to pay for a hotel room.
Talk
and,
about it.
I was just in the mix of doing something. My partner was like, whip up something for Taco Tuesday at his shop. And I ended up doing it, and everybody in the shop that night had liked it. So they was like, do it again tomorrow. And then I did
Wow.
it again, and then we did it again, and keep doing it again. Now we here. So that's what we had with it. It wasn't no plan. Like I have plans, but this was not in my plans.
Wow.
This was
So Hibachi was an accident.
yeah.
Wow.
But I don't think it was no accident.
It was-
I think it was planned.
it was-
like,
it was
I
definitely-
think he planned it. I
oh,
just
yes.
ain't planned it. You know.
Yeah.
Yes.
right.
It was
Right.
it was an accident for you, but it was
Right.
all in God's
God's
intentions.
plan. Correct.
Most definitely,
All right. All
most
right. So talk to us and tell us a little bit about who you are. Just tell us about who you are and things of that sort, and shout out your Hibachi people. Then we're gonna get to the meat of it.
My name is Mike. I'm from Shreveport. I got 3 kids. I got a strong support system. There's some of them out there in the crowd.
Hey y'all, say hey back.
Yeah.
Y'all, we got a whole audience out there. We fancy, but we're gonna talk about that later.
Pretty much, I'm just a laid-back, genuine type of person. You know, like I got some rough edges. I ain't perfect, but I'm one of them people. I desire to be better every day.
That's good.
Every day. Like I ain't gonna stop till I reach my greatest potential. And I wanna lead and be an example to everybody that's watching me. That's why I always learn to just be an inspiration no matter what. No matter how I was living, I always was inspiring somebody else to do something greater.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was always in something, but I was always trying to find a way to get out of it.
That's good.
And I was trying to lead other people behind me. And that's where we at.
I love it. So a part of your journey, as we talking about this journey to wealth, because you literally talked about how you made tacos and you were just trying to pay for a hotel room.
Thanks.
But it definitely seems
A
like you're
hotel room.
on your journey to wealth. I want to know, how did this connection happen? How did the connection with Mike Wilson of Hibachi Taco come about with a pastor of all people?
Little Animals Crawfish.
Yeah.
Little Animals Crawfish.
It was years ago. I want to say about 5 years ago.
Yep. Somewhere about 5 years ago.
I was
Right.
just taking my family out to get some crawfish, and my son had seen his wife
Yeah.
and gave his wife a compliment.
Mm-hmm. And then what did he say?
He said, "You beautiful."
Yeah. Told my wife she was
My
beautiful.
son, Big
Yeah.
Cam, shout out Big Cam.
Yeah,
And that's
Uh,
my guy. He's so
Big
sweet.
Cam,
And he's
that's
a
my-
good big brother too.
That's
He's a
my
great
dog,
big
Big
brother.
Cam.
Yeah.
He gave her a compliment, and so she came over to the table. She introduced herself, but after it was over with, she like, "Come here," you know. She got my number, and she
Right.
ain't even just come off like come to church. She was just, I guess she saw what love was needed and just started giving it.
Right.
And ironically, you know, a few months later, that's when I lost my mother.
Wow.
Right.
So I got one. I lost one, but I got one. So
Mm.
he came later on in the picture.
Right.
Like
right.
I was talking to Mama Kim probably
Yeah.
about a year or two
Right.
before I even got in his face. She was
Wow.
always trying to put me in his face, but I wasn't with it because, like at the time, even when I started coming to their church, I was still in the streets. I was
Right.
still doing what I was doing.
Right.
So it's like certain stuff I was not trying to hear. I'm not gonna even fake. I didn't want to be around it. And then you know,
Because it was going to convict your heart.
not just that. You don't know what's real. You don't know what's fake.
Good.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
You
big.
don't. You don't.
Talk
So
about it.
I was just, man, this woman steady bothering me. This woman steady
This woman started calling me. This woman started calling me her son. She calling me. She mad at me about my life. And I'm like, man, this,
Your life.
man, leave me alone. Woman. I'm like, but it was all love.
Right.
And then just slowly but surely, I tapped in. And when I tapped in, like, don't get me wrong, I tapped in with Pastor North a few times, but I wasn't ready.
Right. Right.
And he knew it too because
Right. I
he
did.
didn't put the force on it.
No, I didn't.
He came, I wasn't ready, he backed up
I did. I sure
multiple
did.
times. But the last time he didn't have to come to me, I came to him.
Right.
And it just
Right.
that's when I knew it was ready.
That's so big. I know you finna hop in, Pastor.
Oh yeah.
But
got
I know I just gotta say this little messy part real quick. I'm sorry, I'm a little
Okay.
messy. I like to be.
Okay.
Hey, other pastors that's out there listening and
Uh-oh,
looking, I need for
Jesus.
y'all to take notes. I told this
Wow.
little pastor, I gave you I'm sorry, Pastor. But listen, that is so big. It's so often that pastors or missionaries or the higher B's at church, we lose good people because
Wow.
they don't move when we want them to move.
Agreed.
And we try to force them to take God when we want them to take God, and it doesn't work. And by y'all leading in love and just allowing God to do the work instead of us trying to be God,
Sure.
by allowing God to do the work,
Right.
you ain't have to say nothing to him. And then this man then brought so many other people to God. Like,
Correct.
I just see the people that are coming to God through him. So yeah, pastors, y'all need to take note.
And
Okay,
I
my
was
bad.
honest.
Yes.
Right.
He ain't
Right.
don't come to my church. I was honest.
That's something else
See,
big.
I was scared to be honest to his family because I didn't want them to look at me a certain way. Like, how can you call me your son, call them your children, and I'm living totally different? Don't get me wrong, I wasn't no bad person. I
No.
never was a bad person. I was a hustler.
Right.
So that's how the streets got me. They
Right.
showed me how to get money. I know how to never stop getting money, and I kept
Right.
getting money.
Right.
So it's like when I had met him, when I had him come up to my last place of business,
Yeah, you told me
I
something.
told
when
him,
got
I
there.
said, everything you see in here, this drug money.
That's exactly what he told
I
me.
was honest. I was like, this drug money.
And I didn't condemn you.
He didn't.
I did not.
But he did tell me this.
Right.
He was like, when you connected to me, you can't be a part of this
I
because
did tell him that.
that's gonna get me, get him looked at a certain way.
Sure.
But
I told him that.
I told him I wanted different. I was trying, and I ain't gonna lie, I ain't stopped then. But I exposed myself to him, so at least he know like the depths of how much of him I need.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I needed him. I wasn't chasing him, but you know how when you hurting, you want somebody to see you hurting. You know what I'm saying? So they come help you. I ain't finna ask you to help me.
Right.
But look, I'm gonna give you a little sign. Look, I need you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then like we just started.
And that's
getting-
big for a man to do.
But see,
Sure it
in this damn time, like, it's a lot of men like this. They don't know how to be. They don't know how to tell another man, I need love or I love you.
Why?
Because a lot of men
Wow.
not raised by a man.
Yep.
Right.
They're
Exactly
raised
correct.
by women, and women are emotional.
Yep.
That's why these youngsters is growing up and they don't know how to control their emotions. They not lashing out because they crazy. They was never taught self-control.
Yep.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
That's big, and there was no man around. And single moms, I'm sorry,
Wow.
I'm gonna holler at y'all real quick. Just because you're a single mom does not mean that your boys have to be raised by solely you. Find
Absolutely.
your network, find your community, get
Correct.
those boys in church.
take a village.
Right, I'm an
Takes a
unmarried
village.
mother. My boys' fathers are a part of their lives, so I'm an unmarried mother. However, even though their dads aren't in the home during the summer with their dad, with my uncle, with my sister, with my
Right.
brother-in-law, but have them around positive men. As a mother, I don't know what it is about a man. Y'all really get on my nerves because it amazes me how a man can be around and be
Wow.
like, hey, go sit down. But I just
I
said,
ain't gonna lie though, it's the opposite with me. It's the complete opposite. My kids, they listen to her. I'm funny. They'll tell you, I'm funny, but they go to show you.
but they
that
know when you're for
they-
real, though.
They
Yeah.
know.
Right.
They know.
But
They
they
know.
also know they could be they self around
Exactly.
daddy.
And
they-
that's needed.
yes.
That's
they-
needed.
You know, something happened that you told me about. You was on your way to make a drop. And who called you?
Mama Kim,
At what time at night?
2-something in the morning. Like I'm telling you, I was
On your way to make a drop.
I was doing something. And they go to show you that's how honest I am with him.
Right,
Like
right.
we live in a damn time like
Right, right.
everybody want to lie about who they really are.
Just be honest.
You know what I'm saying? I'm being honest.
Right.
Like if you my man of God and you say you this, I'm gonna
Right.
tell you how I really am so you can help me.
Absolutely,
You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying?
Right.
So we built that bond. I was telling him
One time we were just reminiscing. I was like, man, I was on my way to do something way in Bossier. I don't even go to Bossier. It was late at night, but I had to get to this. I had to go get to
Had
it.
to get to that bag.
And it's 2 a.m. in the morning. She laying next to him and she called me.
Right.
She said, son, what you doing? I'm
Right.
like, what you mean? What you doing? She's like,
What you mean? What you?
she like, turn around. Like,
Wow.
And I had told him
Wow.
a couple days later,
Right.
when I looked at where I was going, something happened in the area around at the same time. Not saying it would have happened to me, but it just, you never know how God worked. It could have, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah. Mama
He
Kim,
sent a warning before destruction, and Mama Kim was that warning.
Man, Mama Kim was that one a lot of times. Like,
A lot of times.
And shouts out to Mama Kim. And I know we got a
Right,
lot of
right,
Christians
right.
that are on here, but when God places those, the Holy Spirit leads us. He tells us who needs us. He tells us when to tap in. So shouts out to Mama Kim and people like her who's led by the Spirit. See, that wasn't nothing but the Spirit, right? That was nothing but
Wow.
the Spirit.
Wow.
You know, that. So make sure that if God puts somebody on your heart, make sure that you reach out to them because they might need that word, turn
Absolutely.
around or
Absolutely.
get up or whatever the case
Right.
may be.
Right.
So let's talk about how we go from needing a hotel room to having people drive 3-4 hours to come get your $20 tacos. Or what I ain't gonna say 20. I ain't gonna put no money on them because I don't know what they are. But I just know that they are gourmet tacos, better than Taco
Wow.
Bell. And I don't know nobody driving 4 hours to get no Taco Bell, but they
Nobody.
definitely coming to get these hibachi
Hey,
tacos.
man,
Nobody.
look, when they show up to that door, we ain't, they mad. But to be honest, I had like a chain of events. I remember like last year before I decided to really get out the streets. My biggest downfall was I always was attached to the streets, even when I wanted to make a change. Like I would write vision boards and all that in my room, but I'd still be around my partners because like I'm who they love me. So it's like it was hard to like break away, like tell people like, man, I ain't living like that, you know what I'm saying? Like so I never got on that type of timing. So the last little rodeo I had, being honest, I would say I didn't get in no trouble, but trouble came my way and
Absolutely.
it affected people around me. You know what I'm saying? It happened like two, 3 times.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm in the midst of this. This happened, trouble come, but they get affected by it. So it made me realize like too many people around me, even though I mean good, we get nothing but bad luck right now. So the last little event happened, and I said I was done. Got the hotel room, and now I gotta pay for this hotel room. So I'm calling people, the same people that I done gave $1,000 to, same people I done bought, paid electric bills.
And got them out of trouble.
Got them out of, I'm like, I need some help. And it was some days in the hotel room I couldn't get, man, I could get $10. They'll say, hey, I'm finna send it, then come. Now, these real facts, this real life. So, early on in it, before I just really tapped in, I called my partner. I was like, I need something. He brought it to me. He told me what he wanted for it. I had in my mind what I was gonna make off of it.
Wow. Are y'all listening to this?
Now, what? And this real life.
Yeah, this real life.
It's real
Listen
life.
to this.
I'm telling him, like you know how you do calculations in your head when you get a job. Oh, I can make this. My only intention was because hold on, before the last little rodeo happened, when my partner went to jail on my behalf, which I'm being honest.
Wow.
Before that happened,
On your behalf.
Before that happened, I had prayed. I was like, God, because for years after my mother passed, I couldn't sleep. I ain't sleep plenty nights. And when you in the streets and you up and you like, don't get me wrong. When I say I'm in the streets, I wasn't like no gangster or killing nobody or
No,
nothing.
it wasn't that.
I strictly was a hustler. I know how to turn nothing into something.
Wow.
And go hard with it.
Wow.
But-
Did you wait a minute, say that again.
I could turn nothing into something and go
And
hard
go
with
hard
it.
with it.
Because
That's
my
what's happening.
my desire was I love being able to provide.
Yes.
Man, it felt good to get a call. Mike, I need 2, 3. Check your cash up. Mike, I do that daily. Did it when I could probably just made $1,000. Somebody called me for $900. You could get it. I know I can go get it right back. That's how I was.
Wow.
So I remember I was praying. I was telling God, like, man, God, get me out the streets. It's too much going on. People going to jail. Year 4 last, I lost 3 partners. Sometimes I told you this.
Yeah,
Minutes
you called
after
me,
we
told me.
departed, they got killed.
Right.
Well, the last one that got killed, I was supposed to be in a car with him. I pulled up on the scene. He told me to ride with him.
Grace and mercy.
I told Pastor, he told me to ride with him,
Right.
go collect the money.
Right.
I told him I had to do something. I'd meet him at the spot. On my way to meeting him there, as I'm pulling up, the murder scene take place. Like, I could have been on the passenger side. So it was just so much. I was like, man, look, God, I'm really tired. I got so many talents and gifts. Let's turn up. God, come on, take me up out the streets. Remove all this. But how he removed it, I didn't know that's how he was coming. He did it ugly. He did it where I got bashed. He did it where I got talked about. He did it where I felt embarrassed. He did it in a way that was presenting me to the world, which I know not my character. But he had to break me down to build me back up. So, boom, I lose everything. Everything gone. House
You
cars.
lost everything.
Everything gone. Everything gone.
Everything.
Check this out right here. I get in the hotel room, call my partner. After 2 weeks of starving and barely got money to eat and this and that, call my partner, hey, I need something now. Come on, bring it to me.
Let me see, hold that point for a minute. And not one time did he call Kim and I and was saying, hey, I'm hungry and I'm this.
I had too
I'm
much
that.
pride.
And he know y'all got a whole restaurant.
I had too much
Right,
pride. Like,
right.
you know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't put me in this position. I ain't gonna call on y'all. But I ain't gonna lie, Mama Kim gonna call anyway, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm either tell her, yeah, I need it, or sometimes I might was gonna take it. So if she know. So check this out. Man, last year, I'm gonna say the last year, Mama Kim took my kids Christmas shopping, bought everything.
Did y'all hear that?
Yeah, she bought
Mama
everything.
Kim did what?
She took me to go take. I went and got everything for my kids' Christmas. This woman took swiping her credit card everywhere, like, and she got on my nerves about going to go do it. Like I was like, Mama Kim, I'm good. She like, no, boy, where you at? We left church one day and we went and got everything. And she dropped it off and say I owe her a dime or nothing.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
The same woman that tell me to pay my tithes, but she ain't telling me to pay my tithes because y'all need money. She telling me to, you know,
Right.
to get tapped in the real way.
Right, to get
So check
tapped
this
in.
out.
Right.
So I'm in the hotel room. These real life story. The same partner I'm gonna tell you about. I just left from with him. Called my partner. I'm like, I need some. So I did the math in my head. Okay, he gonna tell me this. I can make about a couple grand off of this. I go at least give me a little apartment. Put down on me a little $500 for a car, or something. I done already did the math in my head. This ain't gonna take but 2-3 days. The
2 or
first
3
night,
days.
the
Wow.
first night I got what he gave me. My partner like, man, Mike, let me try this. I'm like, you do this? He like, man, bro, yes, I need something. I need to get high. We on Monk House. I'm like, nah, son, I ain't gonna do it like that. He like, bro, he begging me, like, bro, man, Mike, you ain't gotta worry about this. I've been on this, like, this is what I do. I'm like, all right, go with your move. I said, let me know how strong it is.
Wow. Wow. Real talk. Real talk.
I'm being honest.
Yeah, Coach. Yeah,
He
we
took
been on
it.
this.
We walked out the hotel room. Well, really, it wasn't me. It was my brother. He walked with him. My partner, he walked with him. He go and walk in the store on Monk House. This like 6-minute walk. From the time he walked out the hotel room to the time he made to the door of the Chevron on Monk House, he fall flat. Overdose. Ambulance come. It's a crowd out there. They put him in the back of the ambulance. They pronounce him dead. I walk up to the.
Jesus.
Wow.
This facts.
Jesus.
I walk up to the ambulance. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? Like I'm hearing everybody out here freaking out, but I'm like, yeah, he gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, cause this ain't happening to me. This ain't never happened. Like God, I've been through all this. This ain't finna help me. I know this is so. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking
Right.
everybody really out there lying or being over exaggerate. Go
Right.
to the back door. The paramedic come out. He was like, "Is you his brother?" I'm like, "Yo, you can say that." He was like, "No, it's you his brother because I can't release the information to just know anybody." So that's when I knew, oh, this real.
Yeah, it's real.
So I'm looking in the back of the ambulance and he unresponsive. And they were saying he unresponsive. You know what I'm saying? They were basically like finna cold him out. So I back away from the ambulance and like I could feel like the tears like running down my face. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, God, why is you steady making my life a mess? Like, what, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You gonna blame
you-
God.
you
Ain't
count-
that
you-
funny how we blame
like
God?
you counting me out. Like,
Wow.
nah, I know all these good deeds I did. You counting me out. Like, man, what is going on? I lead up, ambulance take off. His girl calling me. She freaking out, yelling through the phone. They saying he dead. They saying somebody gave him some, and this, that, and the third. So I'm hearing her talk, but like I'm having like an out of body experience because like this came through my hands. Even though I know I ain't mean no, this touched my hand.
Came through your hands and it touched your hands.
This touched my hand.
Wow.
So
Wow,
basically, I'm the author of whatever's finna happen right here.
Wow.
Man, look, he go to LSU. Well, I thought he went to LSU. I go to the hotel room. I take whatever left. I flush it. I jump in the shower, change clothes.
You took what was left and you flushed.
I flushed it. I jumped in the shower, changed clothes. I ran back around to the store. I don't have a car. I hitchhiked the ride. I begged somebody just give me. I said, "Can y'all please give me to the hospital? My brother got pronounced dead. I gotta go. One dude, he was like, "Do you got a gun on you?" I was like, "No, sir." I said, "Do you got a gun on you?"
Questions that need answers.
Right. I said, "Do you got a gun on you?" He was like, "I do, but I promise you this is for my protection." Right. He was like, "You can even ride whatever you want to sit in." He took me there. I walk up in LSU. Now his girl calling me again, but I don't answer. I don't pick up the phone. Cause I'm really like, my brain not processing this. I done walked into an emergency room at least 4 times and heard, yeah, they gone. You know what I'm saying? So I'm already preparing my mind for what I'm finna hear.
Right.
Y'all said that on the scene, but like now I'm like, man, that ain't what that is. You know what I'm saying? So I go up and I asked the lady this. I gave her his name. She was like, "Baby, he gone." So I'm like, "Is you serious? Like, is you serious?" So now she getting the attitude. She like, "Baby, he never came to this hospital." You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So I was like, okay, well, then so I called this girl back. His girl talked to his other friend and said he was at Willis Knight on Green Road. So boom, I walk out the hospital. I hitchhiked another ride. I saw a dude walking out. I said, "Bro, can you please give me the Willis Knight?" He see how much I'm like not like discombobulated.
Right.
He ain't even ask no question. He like, "Come on, man, I'm gonna get your bro." He talking to me on the way to Willis Knight, but I ain't really saying too much. You know what I'm saying? I get out his car. So I'm pacing myself before I walk in Willis Knight. This is a true story. I'm pacing myself before I walk in Willis Knight.
Y'all guys listen.
And I'm telling myself, I'm like, God, like I heard what they said. I'm hearing everything. I see what's going on. But God, if you just could fix this, like I can't take no more. Like I can't take no more mentally. I can't take no more hurt, no more pain. I can't take no more everything going the wrong way. Like this right here finna crush me. This finna sink me. Like ain't no coming back. Man, I told God, if you fix this, I never touch nothing ever again.
Wow.
I'm walking in and I go to after pacing in the parking lot for like 5-6 minutes. I go to take a deep breath and I go to walk up in the hospital.
Room, yeah.
I'm going in, he coming out.
Wait, he coming out?
He flying out.
Is that not an answered prayer?
He didn't realize he woke up. They finally I guess they was able to revive him when they found out at the depths of how much he was on with him. As he realized he woke up in the hospital. He realized, man, I got a gun on me. I got a warrant. Thanks. He got up out of there.
Wow.
He run past me. I stop all that crying, man. Come on, we gotta go. You know? I'm like,
Jesus,
and it blew my mind.
Wow.
Man, I went back to my hotel room. I ain't never thank God so much, but like I was like, God, man, man, I ain't never praise him like I'm talking about when he sat in the shower, took a deep breath, like God, you knew when he say he'll never put more on you come back, you knew I couldn't bear it.
He ain't gonna lie.
I couldn't bear it. Then after that, I realized, okay, I can't touch that, so I gotta get some money. I just got to selling food, and I was doing this plate, that kind of plate, this, that, and the third, and the taco came up like 4th day of me selling plates, and they like, come on, do it again, like, cause my partner was like, come use my shop.
You know, Michael, I told you, I said, Mike, I said, what God did was he changed the product. Mm-hmm. The product was wicked. Yep. It was a wicked product that was killing people. And God proved to you that I can take a product and change it.
And give life.
And change your life with a new product. And that's what's so amazing, because, you know, it's like the other morning you called me, 3 o'clock in the morning. 3 o'clock in the morning, you and I talking on the phone.
I'm thinking about $1 million ideas, and I text him.
Right.
I text him my idea so he could see it when he woke up.
Right.
He woke. He already well, he texts me right back. I'm like, man, so I call him like, man, what you doing? He like, man, me and that don't sleep, right? We don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm out, he already on the same page. But the crazy thing about it is everything I'm doing now was already in me.
Already.
You know what I'm saying? I was just too infested with too much other stuff.
And I saw that potential.
Yeah.
Kim and I, we saw that. And
Mama
wow.
Kim ain't letting up. I'm telling you.
Y'all need to get y'all Mama Kim in y'all life.
Y'all need a Mama
That's
Kim.
what
I'ma
that's what
tell
y'all
y'all
need
like
to
Hold
do.
up. Put that camera on my face.
Listen,
Y'all need a Mama Kim.
listen.
So let's talk about how so this journey to Hibachi. So tell me what's so good about it? What makes everybody want to come to Hibachi? And have you, like, everybody likes it, but of course we know everybody don't like
Yeah.
everything. So
I
one of
know.
the things that I really appreciate with you, I'm a huge fan. I'm gonna talk to you about the Hibachi tacos. So I got a little, confession, but I love how you take negative things and make it into positive. We know that social media is really, really big, and social media can, especially for small businesses, we can
got a
diminish
social
a small
media
business's attempt at wealth before
Yeah.
we do anything.
Yeah,
And
we
I
got a
saw
story.
this. I saw this one particular post where this young lady, she was talking nasty about the tacos or whatever the case may be. But and you ain't have to say now. First of all, you got some supporters out there
Right.
because your tribe
But look
for
though,
sure
but look
came.
though, I promise you, it's not. They don't support me strictly just because of the food.
I know.
They know my character.
That's what I'm
Know
saying.
what I'm saying?
You
Right.
ain't have to.
Right.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is,
I got an
your,
arm. There was one woman told me, boy, you got a.
Your
the
presence-
same woman who bashed me the second time.
Wow.
She came back and said, "Babe, I ain't gonna lie, boy, you got an arm."
Listen.
She said, boy, you.
And
That
it's
mean that
funny
God will
because
fight your battle.
yeah, it is funny because
Yeah,
his
God will do
presence
it.
calmed the whole post down. Like his army was going in. They didn't let that girl live. But then he came back and was like, "Hey y'all, it's okay.
Hey,
Right.
Everybody have their own opinion,
When
and
I
people
when
can
I
feel how they
shared
want
when I
to feel."
shared her review, I
Yeah.
promise you, it wasn't for that. I shared it because like a lot of people be like, "What the hype about? What the hype about?" So I shared to show them like everybody ain't hyping this.
Right.
So
Right,
don't
right.
come thinking we hyping this. I
Right.
never hyped this taco up.
Right.
I never I got the best taco.
No,
I got
no.
the selling this taco, and it got the selling crazy. When I had put
It's
this-
God.
when I was doing it out of my sister's house, because I got the hotel room. First, my partner let me do it out of his shop. Did it for a couple weeks. Then I went to my sister's house, her second house. In 2-3 hours, we were making 3-4 grand. So I'm telling myself, man, if I get a food truck, what we could do?
Jesus.
If I go 4-5
Wow.
hours. Then we did that. Now I'm telling myself, we get a building and go 10-12 hours, man, we could touch, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't even
Change
about,
that
it wasn't
product.
even about no
Yeah,
talk.
change the product.
It's the art of convenience. Check this out. I read an article. Cane's made $7.8 billion last year. A chicken strip that a lot of people complain about, but you
Right.
can go get it.
Because it
Right.
has
You
no
go-
seasoning
you
on
go-
it.
See,
You
that
gonna
dip,
put-
that dip.
Did you?
But check this out
That
though.
deal.
But did you know that? But did y'all
Sauce,
know
yeah.
that with the wealth, with that actually started as a business project with students at LSU. They wanted to
Correct.
see
Sure did.
if they could sell
Right.
unseasoned chicken. So
Right.
talking about a journey to wealth.
Right,
Man,
right.
check this out. It's convenient.
Yeah.
And they consistent with it.
Convenience and consistency.
People
We'll
buy
pay
stu-
for it.
People buy stuff because it's convenient, not because it's the best. I'm not in there trying to be Patty LaBelle cakes and stuff.
Pies,
I'm not
right.
trying to oversee.
Patty
I'm
pie.
not trying to do this. I'm trying to make it. I made it to please all crowds. You got a lot of people. We get a lot of people that come in there that's not our color.
Yeah, that don't look
They
like
don't.
us.
A lot of people
Right.
don't eat Cajun hot food.
Right.
So I got it in the middle. I got it like, you know what? It's gonna.
And it
please-
was seasoning.
And if you want some more, add some more season too.
And what season are you
Oh,
now
now we
using?
got we did a mix with Little Animals crawfish season.
Yeah, that we
And-
collaborating.
and
Yeah,
we just did that a few days ago, and it's
Yeah.
going crazy.
yeah, it's
But,
going crazy.
It's like when I read the article about Cane's, and I said, man, these people real deal was the richest to-go restaurant last year in Louisiana. How they did it?
And
So
you
I-
right down the street from Kane.
Man, watch this. I'm finna run my business just like Kane.
You hear me?
Wow.
I'm trying to go 24 hours
Wow.
in a few weeks. Because
Wow.
I'm telling you what we did 2-3 hours, 4-5 hours. Now we're going 10-12 hours on the weekend. Me and my partner, we was like, man, Mike, what you think about 24 hours? We had breakfast menu, we go crazy. what we got to lose?
Wow.
I mean, the only
Nothing.
thing I'm losing is my
Wow.
time and my sleep.
But you getting
But
money.
right now, we
Wow.
trying to get somewhere.
Yeah.
Right.
So once we
Right.
get everything established, we'll put people in these positions and we go take family on
That's how it
vacations.
go.
And but right now,
That's the journey to
21 to
wealth.
40, I think
Yeah.
I read a book, it said from 21 to 42, them your harvest years. You know, them the years you got to put in that work to get everything that you're going to want back out. So I ain't tired. I be tired, but I'm not tired.
I ain't tired.
Wow.
I'm
Wow.
tired, but I ain't tired.
Wow.
So, go ahead. You about to say something else? So what I wanted to ask you now is what's next for Hibachi? So we know that we're on this journey to wealth. Pastor Nora, once he tells us what's next for Hibachi, I want you to give us some tips on, or you can give us some type of advice on what we could do to on our journey to wealth. One of the things that I like about this story so much, and what I've definitely taken away from it, is seek God. Seek God for the product to get you to your wealth, because we all got a product.
Right.
And a lot of people leave it out like I ain't gonna lie.
They didn't hear you because you didn't have your microphone
God the
up.
secret recipe.
One more time. Just say it
God
one more
the
time.
secret recipe. No cap.
Secret recipe.
God
we,
is the secret
Like
recipe.
when we talk about God, when I'm praying, when I'm doing this and putting God, it's not for to be seen. It's real. That's how we really living. Because you gotta think
Right.
about it. I went through some times, some real times, and he was the only person up. You know what I'm saying? Like I told my partner, we was running. I said, the two places a man gonna be closest to God on earth, coming out the streets, is in jail and when he feel like he finna die.
Wow.
So
Let me
when-
say that one more time, Mike.
When he in jail, when they go to jail, they be close to God. They call it home. They praying. I want to get married. Like they end up going to church. They doing all that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when they come home, they get back to the normal.
Right.
When you feel like you finna die, you will. I'm telling you, when you seen a man on his deathbed or think he finna die, watch how long he pray. Watch how hard he pray. Watch how he look up to the ceiling and pray with passion. So when I done been in, I ain't never really did no real jail time, but I done almost died a couple times. So after that last rodeo, I'm like, man, I don't have to wait till I'm about to die to show God how much I love him.
Yes.
If I show him how much I love him, the much as I can, maybe I can live longer and
Come
maybe I can help
on.
somebody else live longer.
He be trying to
Wow.
give us life and
Wow.
give it more
Yeah.
abundantly.
So when y'all see us talking about God and displaying, that's how I swag. God is our
That
swag.
God swag in
Yeah.
real life.
That's how we rock and that's how
Right.
we living. I don't be caring about.
And it's
like,
not a trend. Like
It's
these
not.
people real
That
deal
lifestyle.
feel like it's a trend. And I had to, it's so funny, and I didn't mean to cut you off, but this young girl that go to my church, she was visiting my church. She came to me one day and she was rubbing me on my back. She was like, Miss Dorian, I'm gonna pray for you because I just bet your life so hard. So I was
Wow.
like,
Really?
why you feel like my life so hard? She was like, because you just be crying every Sunday. You just be your oars be out, you just be crying.
Whole
I'm like,
time you
girl,
praise.
whole time, girl, I'm really lit. I'm really just trying not to run out of here because I just thought about how I should have been gone. I should have been. It's just it's amazing. So now it's not for show. It's definitely. And then it's for inspiration. I love that the group of people that you have around you, you know, God tells us to be fishermen of men, right?
Right.
So,
Right.
you know, he knows that, you see, Jesus he wasn't going to the churches saving people. He was real deal out in those streets
Right.
because
Man,
he
when I
knew.
read, because I got a whole book I'm finna drop. When I
love it.
When I read, man, my book gonna touch so many people. When I read the type of people God used, I said, that's us.
That's it.
Man, that's us.
That's Cedar Grove, Hollywood,
Wow.
Cooper
Drugs,
Road. That's it.
prostitutes, all
Yeah,
that,
that's
man,
it.
that's us.
That's what made God God. Any person that could take something good and get something good, that's just like normal. That's just regular. But you gotta be a God to take
Man,
a
y'all
whole
be surpri-
prostitute
y'all
out
be
here.
surprised. Y'all be surprised how much God is in the streets.
Yeah,
Man, y'all will be surprised.
he's there.
The people you will walk up on that living worse than us, but know God.
But that's why
Talk
we
about
can't be
God.
judgmental.
We can't.
We cannot be judgmental.
We can't. And so that's why I was telling, like, when I made a post of that, I said, really, this food, we doing so well because it's a ministry. You know what I'm saying? It's not just about the food. It's a ministry. I'm doing something for God. God doing something greater for me. And
That's how
and
it
if
goes.
he stop, I'ma still go hard for him because he got me this far. You know what I'm saying? So when they negativity come, and then that's just the negativity that y'all see. Man, I get so many DMs. First of all, I get tons of DMs and people call my regular phone, they find it. They call my Facebook at nighttime, they can go find it on old posts, you know what I'm saying? And it's so much hatred that come my way that y'all don't know. I don't post it. It's so many,
Wow.
I'm talking about everybody feel like it's a competition thing, this, then, the thing. And these the same people that you looked up to back then, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you remember, because one time I called your Mike and said,
Yeah.
Mike,
He told me,
I
hold on, I'm
said,
gonna tell you
Mike,
what you told me. He
okay,
told
tell
me,
him what
man,
I told you.
bosses don't vent on no internet.
that's right,
We
that's
don't
it.
do no vent, we don't do
No.
no addressing, we don't do none of that.
No,
because
not
we
a boss.
Not a boss.
Don't you Ricky
Look,
Smiley
I
out
ain't
here.
did ever
See, Ricky
since
Smiley
then.
should have took Steve Harvey and Pastor Nord advice and don't
Man
dress
told me,
it.
say, Mike, take that down.
Take it down.
Take it down. We
Yeah.
don't do that because
Yeah, you don't
because
respond to that.
We can't. It's like Jay-Z.
'Cause
and them,
now
they,
you
they
on their
can't
level.
respond to everybody.
Yeah, now you on their
You know what I'm
level.
saying?
Right.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
And, then,
And now they know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
now they know what I'm thinking.
And they've
So,
controlled you. They've made you the puppet.
Control your day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why negativity came. It'll never give me, cause and nothing nobody ever say on the internet could give me. You gotta think about all I done been through. I done been through real pain. So what y'all say on the internet can't hurt me.
Y'all don't even
You know what I'm
know
saying?
me.
I done been through real pain. I'm talking about emotional, spiritual pain that feel physical. That's how bad it hurt. So what you think your verbal abuse gonna do to me? You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Right.
Like
Wow.
what you think this gonna do to, like, come on now. Be real, come on. So I just, some stuff we laugh at, me and my team, man, but the thing about it is, what you pour into your team, they pour back out to you.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Man, they
And to your
love me.
customers.
Right.
They love me.
Your team have to know that you care about them.
Man, they love
Right,
me.
they have to know that.
Like, we ain't gonna let none of us carry a spirit around us that's like so low. Man, we be ready to see each other.
High vibrations.
But handle business too though.
That's good.
They know we gotta stand on business. We gotta handle business, but it's like we family. We in group texts. We sending this, that, and the third. Alicia right there, she sent me a couple of scriptures earlier because we had a mishap happen yesterday that I ain't even post about. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing but the devil, but I'm not tripping
Right, you
because
told me about it.
Yeah, because like when your purpose is already destined for you, I know I'm gonna get there. So I'm not tripping on what we go through to get there.
You know, because you know the
It's
destination.
already, it's a divine, it's wrote. Mike, this is for you. God told me this so long ago. How he was gonna do it, I wouldn't have, man, bro, a taco, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't have thought it came to me.
taco,
Because I
right.
had so many, man, let me tell you something. I'm a jack of all trades. I got so many talents. But you know how many talents I've been practicing those since I was like 8? Music,
And taco.
writing.
Right, you rap,
I wrote
you
a
do all of
movie,
that.
I wrote, man, something
Yeah,
like,
you do all of that.
so this like that extra, like God, like, these them extras. This taco, these them extras, Mike. But this is going so hard and so fast. It's like, God, this must be more than extra. This like the
You know
extra.
it.
It's favor.
It's favorite.
It's real favor. You know what I'm saying?
You know, because I brought Mike into my office, and you know, I really don't share my business with just anybody.
Facts.
Yeah, and I wanted to make sure he understood that what you do for God, what you do for Christ, will last. And I showed him my spreadsheets. Did I not?
Yes, sir.
Showed him my spreadsheets. I showed him out of that and said, Mike, this is how you run business. This is how you do this. And I've been pouring into this guy because I love him. I love him, and I genuinely love him. And he treats me more like I'm his father more than I am his pastor. And so I poured in him, and now I'm seeing the
I
results.
ain't gonna lie, to be honest, I was scared of him for a little while.
Sure.
But
He was.
not because of, like, I'm scared of him.
Right.
Like, I'm scared. I was scared to, like, be open with a man.
Right.
Man, I don't know how to do that. I'm not even open with most women. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for Mama Kim, like, cracking me like an egg, like, I'm talking about on my trail. She told me, oh, man, let me tell you something. I used to ask her, why did you love me? Like, why? I don't deserve it. You know what I'm saying? I don't deserve it. This woman
God
real deal.
knew. He knew that you
Right.
needed that intense love. He knew, and he knew
But
it.
there was a turning point when you came to our 40th wedding
Oh,
anniversary.
yeah, that blew my mind.
And you told me
It blew my mind. Like,
that was the point that said
that-
these
I
guys
promise you, after all these years, how long ago was that?
last year
That
in
was-
August.
That was last year, August. Now, Mama Kim had me. Pops had me too. Like, I had that bond and love for y'all. But like I told them, I called them after. I said,
right.
this, now I knew y'all was real, But now I see y'all really the real deal because, like, you don't see a lot of people in one room saying the same thing about these two people. Like I told, I don't know if I was talking to Mama Kim or somebody, but like, any couple you know, any marriage you know, 9 times out of 10, when somebody speak on them two people, I think I was talking to Tommy. Somebody say, "Oh yeah, I like Tommy. He's awesome." But that Kim, oh my God. Or they'll say, "Oh, I like Kim," but you never hear nobody saying nothing other than one. They got the same spirit, the same love. So she was trying to put me in his presence for so long, but like I was telling her, like, man, men don't confide. We don't have to do all that. Like, me and my brothers, we hard. We got a hard love because that's how our mama was hard on us. So, like, a lot of stuff that we feel and we think we don't have to say it. You know what I'm saying? But that's the reason why we build up all them issues in the inside.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You can't talk
Right.
to a woman. You can't.
Right.
So much stuff you can't say to your woman when you're a man because in your eyes, I got to be a man.
You got to be a man.
So
right.
that's why it's important for little boys to be in the presence of another man.
Yes,
Like,
very
there's so many
important.
little youngsters in this city, they hate other black young men and don't know why.
Don't even know why they
You know what I'm saying? They
Right.
don't know why.
Right.
But even statistics say men, little boys turn out better when they raised by men. But
Wow.
you always hear mother's love. Don't get me wrong, mother's love is unmatched. It's nurturing. It's good for the soul, good for the mind. But
That's what it's meant for. It ain't meant
Right. That's
to
a man,
discipline.
a man
Right,
will
right.
determine how that young boy turn out. Cause he get to see another man loving another man. So when he get older and he in school and he bump heads with another boy, he know how to say, "Hey man, I'm sorry, my bad.
Right.
Hey man,
Right.
you look good, man. Your haircut
Right.
fresh." Now they mugged up.
Yeah.
They ain't,
Yeah.
they got switches all in
Ooh.
6th, 7th grade. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you.
Because they going to school with so much hate because they ain't had no man loving on them. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I do my little boys like that. Like people think they play with me, but they know how to just, man, they know the type of love I'm giving. I'm giving them unconditional love. And that's the type of love I had wanted from a man growing up. So the fact it was missing, I know what to give.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I
And
give it.
that
Y'all
you can
have
make a
that in
difference.
common.
Right.
Y'all
Yeah.
both
Yeah.
have
so
that in
bumping
common.
heads in him, so it's like, man, you know, come on, man, I don't know what you on, like, you know what I'm saying? He calling me, son, man, I hear you. I don't know what you want, my little money or what, I don't know. Like, I'm being honest, this is what I was telling him, like,
Right,
Mama
right.
Kim, talk to dad. I'm like, I'm talking to you, why I gotta call him? Like, but she trying to tell me, like, son, I'm a woman.
Right.
That's a man that can show you how to get where you trying to go, cause he there. He there. So the last rodeo I tapped in, I called him after the 40th anniversary, cause I just witnessed like a room full of people, like giving him his flowers, giving Kim their flowers. So I was like, man, I'm amazed. The things the things they was saying, like I ain't never heard nothing like that. I'm like, man, so these people really like that. One dude was like, when he was 5 years old, he was going, stay at their house. She was
Right.
buying them. Oh, these
Right.
people like that for real.
Right.
huh?
And that he don't look like
I'm
us.
about to say in different nationalities.
Right.
I called him, I said, Papa, you got me.
Right.
You got me, man. I believe you, like, cause come from where I'm from, we don't trust nothing. I'm talking about you can't trust nothing.
Right.
People that be this way for so many years, after a certain time, their true colors will come out years later. So I'm like, you got me. And then he
So
like,
good for you for even tapping
Wow.
in. So tell me real quick, what's next for Hibachi Taco?
Right now,
And
to be honest,
can I get a crunchy taco? I don't like
I'll
soft
make
tacos.
it just for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Make it
That was
There
my
it is.
confession.
I'll make
There
it.
it
That
is
was,
right
that
there.
was my confession. I need a crunchy taco.
I knew that was coming.
I'm one of them people, man, like, okay, when I was in the streets, I'm going to turn up.
Turn it up.
Anybody know me, I turned up. And what I mean by this is, if I go get this today, I'm probably trying to get 10 times there tomorrow because I know the type of mindset I got. I got like a Master P type mindset.
I love
You know what
it.
I'm saying? Like Percy Miller. Like I'm like that. So when I got into this business, like now, I'm all in. My business have 100% of my hustle. I'm not splitting it two ways. So I'm not 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So my
Right,
mind not split no more. I don't have a double mindset.
Right.
That's why
Listen.
people can't understand why it's taking out so fast for me. Cause I go hard, but I got 100% thoughts into my business. So if I was to sit here and tell you what's next, it'll blow your mind. So I'm not
Wow.
even gonna say it.
Don't tell.
Wow.
And then some
Wow.
things, now that I'm learning this season, be quiet.
Come
I
on
can't-
here.
I can't say
Right,
it.
right. You
But
can't always say-
all I will say is this.
Tell me this.
Man, where you see us at now, just prepare to see it even 10 times greater before this year.
Come on.
Probably
Wow.
before the summer.
Wow.
Because I
Wow.
got the perfect people around
Wow.
me. And man, God study sending them. I had a couple hiccups last couple days, and the devil came, and 2 more angels came right behind it. You know what I'm saying?
I just want you to know that the weapons are going to form.
Oh,
Right.
he
They
to-
just won't
he
prosper.
He told
Right.
me that before.
But they gonna form.
Before it took off, he told me, he was like, man, Mike, be prepared.
Right, I told him.
Them attacks come. That's all I feel like I'm
Right.
getting attacked. I'm getting
Right.
attacked. So like a lot of times, a lot of people can't understand me who know me for so long. I don't answer
Wow.
my phone. Oh, he acting funny. I don't answer my Facebook. He acting funny. They don't even understand I work so much that when I'm not working, I'm either asleep or I'm preparing and I'm praying for what's coming ahead.
And you
Wow.
don't
What's
even hold
coming ahead
it.
is bigger than
Wow.
bigger than I could even imagine.
Imagine.
Wow.
The money we done made in 3
Right,
weeks.
'cause I've seen
man,
the numbers.
I can't. I showed them.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah, you
show
showed me
nobody
the
this.
numbers.
I could real deal be a millionaire before June. Facts. But it's like, okay, Mike, that money coming, but Mike, everything that's coming along with it, coming right with it too.
Right.
So I gotta be strong and be prepared to even be able to be here to receive it. I can't just get a couple of little dollars and go buy this. Oh, I'm the man in the city. One thing about me, I always stay humble.
That's it.
I'm humble. Like
Right,
I'm gonna
he
get
is.
even more humbler if there's even a word. You know what I'm
He
saying?
is.
But I'm gonna be humble because I seen so many people get blessed right in this city, lose their humbleness and they lose their blessing.
And they lose everything.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to do nothing but be humble, keep going up with my business, stay consistent, and keep my team strong. Keep my team where they need to be and take them more bigger places. The more I be a blessing, the more I bless them.
That's
So,
it. And the more God is going to bless you.
I'm
So,
just gonna
Pastor.
jump in right
yes,
here.
sir. We need you to go ahead and take it home for us.
Mike, tell us about attending worship here, listening to the word being preached. How has that affected your life?
Being honest, it is giving me a different type of mindset, which means like I remember I used to come to church and I used to just I used to sit back there. I'm here. I'm thinking like that's good enough. I'm here. Pastor calling me like, man, Mike, I need you up. I need you singing. I need you
worshiping,
moving.
clapping your
Let
hands.
the
Yeah.
spirit move around in you.
I
You know what I'm
did.
saying?
I told him that.
And then I learned that like the more you praise, it's like a cleanse. You know what I'm saying? It flush out what you came with and it's refilling you up so you can go pour it into somebody else. So it's been big for me. Don't get me wrong, I'm still learning. I'm still growing.
All of us are a work in progress.
Yes.
You know.
I'm still learning, I'm still growing. Sometimes I still have battles. Sometimes I still slip, but it's not the slip I used to slip.
Used to slip.
It's not the battles I used to fight. Like
Right.
now I got so much armor that I conquer them before they get to the, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
And then
right.
now I don't have the words that I used to have. You know what I'm saying? That's why. And when I was in the hotel, I was catching lifts to church.
Right.
I probably had a
Right.
couple of dollars to get something to eat. I caught a lift.
And did I try it? I said, Mike, we'll pick you up. Mike,
Yeah.
we'll take you home.
Yes.
But he stood on principles, and that and Mike would take a lift to church. I said, oh my God.
And he didn't even know I was. That's why I would leave early sometime. With this,
Right, he
man,
would leave
because,
early.
like,
He would tip out. I said,
I would
"Where
tell
am I
my
going?"
I would tell my sister, I was like, man, I gotta get to church. I don't care what my life like. That was my piece, my little piece of the week. Get me started. I be around good people, cause you gotta think about when you're in the streets, you're around devils. You're around too many
Wow.
devils. So when you come
Wow.
up in here, like, and then this is my thing, like, I know a lot of people don't believe in church. A lot of people don't believe in Jesus. Okay, that's cool for you, but I be trying to encourage people, just come be in I don't even say church, man, just come be in a different environment where you're going to feel safe,
Right.
protected, and peaceful, and it'll grow up on you itself. You know what I'm saying? You'll catch your own feelings.
So when I ask you, what does the power to get wealth means to you?
The power to get wealth. First of all, you can't get the power without God.
He is the power.
You can't. It's impossible to have power without God. You think you got power. You just a strong human being.
Wow.
Incredibly strong. And the power to get wealth, I feel like God is the seed. You know what I'm saying? He's the seed to wealth.
For
like
it
you,
is
like,
God.
You, like you said, it's a difference between being rich and wealthy. And anybody can be rich. Anybody can be rich, but wealth comes with so many benefits that I gotta have. I gotta have. We
Peace.
gonna have. My team gonna have. My family
Wow.
gonna have. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
We gonna beat up like by all means. And right now, I'm stepping into wealth because it's too big to turn around now. Man, God gave me something. I asked for it. He gave it to me. Now it's like just what you asked for.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It's too big. Like I can't go back.
That means that God is faithful to his word.
Yes, yes. And I remember right before when I had told her after having my partner, he overdosed this and the third. I called Pops. I'm like, I'm all in. And I said, look, Pops, if something happened to me in the future, it's for something in my past. I told him straight up. I said, Pastor, if something happened to me, if I go to jail, or if somebody harm me, if anything happened to me from this point on, Pops, it's from something in my past. Because right now, I'm all in.
Wow.
I'm all in. So I said, his exact word was like, Mike, ain't nothing going to happen to you because I got you.
I did.
He said, I'm a powerful man. I make calls. You know what I'm saying? He said, just give me your word that you all in. I told him straight up. I'm out. So it's like, that's why y'all don't, man, I don't play. One thing I don't do, I don't play with God.
At all.
I do not play with God. When y'all see me in prayer, when y'all see me making posts about God, man, that's from my heart. Like, I ain't no pastor or no minister, but God be telling me stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? And I had to get to where I'm at right now to hear him. Because a lot of times God will give you instructions, but if you don't have your spiritual eyes on and your spiritual mindset, you will not hear or see him. That's why you will only just get feelings. You'll get them vibes.
Right.
Like both times I got shot, I got
chill bumps.
both times I got shot, I got vibes. I couldn't put my finger on what was finna happen, but he still loved me enough to give me a type of a sign. You know what I'm saying?
The
Yeah,
Holy
and
Spirit.
that you said when you got shot, people might think that been years ago.
Yes.
But that ain't been years ago.
And I've been shot twice under 4 years.
Under 4 years.
2 different occasions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? First time I felt it that morning, I got up. I'm telling you, I kept saying something was wrong. Man, it got all the way to midnight that night, and then that's when it happened. The second time was the day after my birthday, year before last. I did not want to go out to eat. Everybody, let's go out to eat. Instead of saying I don't want to go out to eat.
You don't want to go out.
Because I had a feeling like
Right.
I wasn't feeling right. Go out to eat, I'm the only one to get shot. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think, I was never a bad person. I didn't get shot because I got ops. I didn't get shot because I won't get on no internet and fake like that. I got shot because God had me there for a reason. He had to let something happen to me to let something happen for
To get
me.
your attention.
That's it.
You see me? Like,
Right.
so he talking to me, I ain't listening. Okay, so Mike, he playing that game, so I'm going to talk to him through that game. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get through him that game. First time I ain't listen, boom, boom, boom. A lot of stuff happened. I'm still not listening. But this last time, the chain of events, I listened. That's why I'm getting that's why this taco blowing up. Because I'm real deal finna show people what can happen to your life if you just listen to him.
That's what happened. You get the power to get wealth
To get well.
when you listen to God, because
Right.
He's the power.
Right. And that, that you come from the street life
Yes.
to the church
Now, I ain't gonna
life.
lie. I started off in church.
Right.
I went
Right.
to the streets.
Went to the street, right. From
You know
the
what I'm
church
saying?
to the street,
To the
now
street.
back to the church.
Yes.
And I'm so proud of you. I am so proud. Because you have shared some intimate moments with me as it relates to your life, and you
Yeah.
have been straight with me.
Yes.
Been straight with me. And Mike, man, I want you to know that I'm thankful. I am so blessed. See, and like when I called you the other day, said, Mike, thank you for being on the show. You said, I'm gonna hang this phone up on you because I'm thanking you. But you said, no, Pastor, I'm thanking you.
Yeah.
And Mike and I, that we are collaborating, that he called me because the other day said, Pops, that I'm gonna get the seasoning
Yeah.
here because at the restaurant and start seasoning everything with little animal seasoning, and then he told me, said, I'm gonna take the name and do what with the name?
Add it to my menu.
Gonna add little animal seasoning name to his menu. See, that's collaboration, and we got to learn how to do that. You know, we
Definitely.
help everybody.
That's how you
Everybody
get to
helping each other.
wealth. That's another
Right,
way
right,
that
right.
we get to wealth. When you have
Right.
the opportunity to collaborate, you have the opportunity to network, especially with your locals. We definitely want to do that. That's how we get to wealth, by networking and by working together.
And people, if you want to go to a spiritual standpoint, connecting and networking, if you network with the right people, you get their favor too.
You sure do.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
You
Say
sure
that one
do.
more time.
If you network with the right people,
With the right
you
people.
gain their favor.
You gain
That's
that
that's the
favor.
thing about favor. It's contagious.
It is.
Right.
I could pass it to my teammates.
Yep.
If they be connected to me.
Mm-hmm.
They get to pass it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting your favor too.
Yep. That's
You know
Wow.
why? Because I finally listened. I finally
You
got.
finally
I finally,
listened.
yeah, finally. Facts.
That ought to be
I
the
fi-
name of your book. Finally listen.
The name of my book is called Finally Understanding How Life Works to Build a Better Me.
See, I knew
Wow.
finally needs
Wow.
to be in there.
Wow.
Finally, I knew
Finally
finally, needs to
listen.
be in
And it's
there.
been wrote. I wrote it when I got shot the first time. And I was in a hotel room again. I been wrote the book. I just never released it because it wasn't time.
Wasn't time.
I kept saying
I
I'm
got,
gonna release it.
I got somebody who go ahead and help you get it published and everything. Let's go ahead and get
We
that thing
gonna,
out.
we gonna get on it.
Let's make it
Wow.
happen.
Wow.
So look, y'all, we'll sit here and talk to y'all about the road
Amazing.
to wealth,
Amazing.
the power to get wealth. We'll talk about y'all and God. We'll talk about that for another 2 hours. So we're gonna need to let y'all go real quick. Mike, I need you to give us a lasting thought. Pastor Nord, I need you to give us a lasting thought as
Sure.
well.
My lasting thought will be, if y'all do anything this week, just talk to God. Like, tell him who you is, even though he already know. Tell your people, be honest with them, love on them. The world like this because it's a lack of love. Like, don't nobody know how to love nobody. Love cures everything. Mama Kim showed me unconditional love. She didn't have to. And I tell people this, she don't know this. I tell people, your wife saved my life. Because it was times, like, do you know what it feels like to wipe your tears? But do you know what it feels like to wipe your tears? Ain't nobody around. That's a
Wow.
whole different type of hurt.
Wow.
That's a whole different type of pain. Knowing you to sacrifice everything for everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Man, your wife came in and she never left. She treated me like a child. She still do. She was getting on my trail about something the other day. I'm like, Mama, I'm tired. She was like, I know you tired, but you gonna listen to this. Like, that's what the world need. They need to give unconditional love.
Wow.
Like, this world don't have unconditional love no more.
Wow.
They have conditional
Conditional
love.
love.
And
What you
that's
gonna
not
give me?
love. That's not
What you gonna
love.
give me?
Ain't sacrifice is not sacrifice till you have nothing left to sacrifice. You don't sacrifice till you tired, you sacrifice till ain't nothing left to sacrifice. And then that's the type of love that come. And that woman, your wife, man, I hear her back there crying, but she don't know that, like, this is real. Man, I was at suicidal thoughts and depression. You got to think about, I lost my mother. I got shot. My best friend got killed. I got shot again. I lost it all under 4 years.
4 years.
I'm never grieving, but I'm still going.
Right.
You know how many days I woke up with no mind? So you mean to tell me what I'm facing, I can't conquer this?
Wow.
I conquer anything. And I'm going to show people that you can conquer everything. So if I'm going to leave y'all with something, just love everybody. Love, talk to God, he going to fix it. Wait, whatever you feel like he not fixing, give it time. Because I learned this from you. You, how old you is?
63 next month.
Ooh, you told me I couldn't ask that question.
You in your 60s, and you just got your biggest blessing.
Wow.
And how many years you been putting in good deeds?
Wow.
How many years you been working and still chasing God? Come on now. It just so happened God making it happen fast for me because he moving me at a God speed so I can hurry him get to his job. That's why I got to use my platform for him. I can't glorify nothing else. I can't say, yeah, man, I got the best taco.
Jesus.
Yeah, man, my hustle raw. Yeah, I can't do that.
You can't
Because
do that.
that's not what happened.
Right.
That's not what it is. This is God. Everything you see about this is God. Everybody got to have God, man. And then the crazy thing about it, everybody running from him, but running to him when they need him.
Wow. Only when they need it.
Yes. So just involve them. You can start small. Man, you could be wherever you at, doing whatever you in, and right after you finish, God, help me. God, I got on my knees. God, help me. I was disgusted with myself, addicted to all this nonsense. God, help me. Man, I'm more free than I ever been. I be having stressful moments, but I am free after years of bondage, after years of can't sleep. Everybody know I used to couldn't sleep for so long. So many nights I could not go to sleep. Man, I sleep like a baby now. I don't be worried about nothing. And that was before this taco thing, you know what I'm saying? When I was in the hotel, I was sleeping because I knew what I wasn't doing.
Right.
So
You
I
repaired
know
the
God
relationship.
got me. He got me. Hey,
Right.
God, I ain't got to worry about them problems no more. So when them thoughts come back to me, I was like, okay, that's just a thought. I ain't finna act on it. I can't act on it because now God, and let me tell you how God works. He didn't attach so many people to me, so many angels, so many resources, so many supporters. So if I let me down, guess what do I let them down?
Yep.
And I can't
Right.
let them down
And
because
you
I
can't
can't
do
make
that.
I can't make a fool of us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what I'm gonna leave them with, man. Love God, put God in the midst of it, and just be you.
That's good.
You know, the Bible says God knows the plans that he has for you. Not plans of evil, but plans of
Yes.
success to give you success. And that if I had to leave anything with anybody tonight, it is vitally important that you seek God first.
First.
Not last.
Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. Tacos will be added to you. Little animals, crawfish, will be added to you. Seasoning will be added to you. Glory to God. And so I thought for a moment last night, in fact, Mike, because I didn't go to bed till 5 o'clock this morning, because I began to write a Better Life confession booklet to give away free tonight to everybody that's listening. So that if you would just write this down, WODFLC.com, WODFLC.com, and scroll to the very bottom of that website. There you will find a Better Life, the power to get wealth, Better Life confession, monthly confession that you can make monthly to make sure you stay on the path of wealth and success. And I think I want to leave one more thing. Paul said, I wish above all things that you may prosper,
Yes.
be in health, even as your soul shall prosper. And I'm just believing that the power to get wealth tonight has helped so many. I know we got people in the audience, but let's put our hands together for Mike being real, sharing his personal life testimony. And man, I am so proud of you. I am so thankful that we are connected together. And man, I just can't wait to see what God is getting ready to do.
I'm excited too. I'm excited to see the next level that God has you on. I'm excited for my D4 crunchy tacos and hibachi tacos.
We're going to name them after you.
Thank you. Oh yeah, we're
D4
gonna
crunchy.
pop.
I heard that. We're
gonna pop that thing off, baby. We need some crunchy tacos, right?
Crunchy.
But thank you so very much. Shouts out to the Hibachi family that's out there who is with us today, guys. Make sure that you guys go to the website, get the information that you can, so that you can stay locked in,
Right.
guys, on the power to get wealth. Again, shouts out to my producer in the back. Make sure that you right now subscribe
Subscribe.
on Facebook, the Culturally Connected.
Subscribe.
Subscribe on YouTube, Culturally Connected TV. Subscribe on, and then whatever they what else all yours, all of your pages.
Yeah, Power to Get Wealth, YouTube, and that is coming out real soon. And
But Little Animals, we need you to
yeah,
go follow Little Animals.
Most
in about 2 weeks we'll have crawfish. And,
Ooh, they gonna be
and,
ready for the
oh my,
crawfish.
in about 2 weeks, and yeah.
They gonna go crazy.
All right,
They
y'all.
go
So, y'all, thank you very much for tuning in. Again, thank you so much. But hey, Mike, we need to tell everybody how they can come get tacos and
Right.
where you're located.
Right.
We located at 1704 Kings Highway, Shreveport, Louisiana, 71103. Our hours through the week is gonna be from 11 to 10 p.m. and on the weekends 11 to midnight. We open back. We close tomorrow for reconstruction, and we open back up Friday and Saturday for the end of the week.
Wow.
Awesome. And how can they come get some of those crawfish that are going to be available in 2 weeks?
7828 Line Avenue, Shreveport, Louisiana.
All right, y'all. And if
Yeah.
anybody is watching, if you guys are in the Shreveport area, make sure that you come out this Saturday, 1 p.m. to the Crew of Sobek Parade. Laissez bon route. Laissez les bon temps roulé. I said that wrong. Happy Mardi Gras, y'all. But this is our first episode. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Don't forget, go subscribe, like, share right now. Comment, interact with us. If you have any person that you would like to see on the show, make sure you leave us that too. We love you, but more than anything, God loves you. Peace.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Peace.